clean hour. This is the HandiMop you're looking at. It is a sponge mop, very unique because it not only mops, but it actually dries up all of the wet cleanser that you put on your hardwoods or on your vinyl. It works on all surfaces, and it's so convenient. You never have to get your hands dirty. You never have to touch it. You know those rope-like mops where you have to wring it out? It really can be kind of gross. This one, you don't have to touch it to wring it out. And what I love about it is it's a wonderful, incredible value, $32.95. It's on 5 monthly payments, $6.59 to get this home. So the first time I had this presentation with Keith Enzi, he was here in the studio. So now we're different times. He's gonna join us by Skype. And this is remarkable. What sold me on it, because we have one of these, and I'll be honest, my husband uses this all the time because he's the one who is a germaphobe and a neat freak, and he loves using it for the bathroom every day because he says I get hair on the floor. So he mops every day in the bathroom, and then the kitchen is also an area where there's just lots of traffic. So if you want that quick job, this is a mop and it's a sweeper. 683542 is your item number. Free shipping on this as well. And I wanna go to Keith Enzi. He is the brand ambassador for this. And Keith, are you in New York? Where are you?
No, I'm right here in Tarpon Springs, Florida, about 30 minutes from you.
Okay, I think it was because there's that New York accent of yours you have. I love it.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Hey, what a great intro. It's been a while since I seen you last time with the mop. Now the mop, great, but your husband uses it all the time because I use it constantly. We have a dog and I'm chasing the dog. First thing I'm gonna show you is how much it can absorb. It can hold up to 2 cups of liquid. And you'll see any kind of mess around the house. This is extreme. This is extreme, but how are you going to clean it up if you don't have a HandiMop? Now, as I pull the mop through, not only is it going to absorb everything like a sponge, it's going to leave it perfectly clean and dry. It's going to act pretty much more or less as a vacuum or a squeegee.
Right.
You'll see. I'll put this down here. It won't gather any moisture. It's perfectly dry. I come over to my bucket. Everything that I picked up, I just release it back into the bucket, whether it's milk, soda, juice, whatever it may be, and you'll see this is perfectly dry. I'm not waiting for anything to dry or anything like that. With the HandiMop, I'm going to pick up the rest of the mess here. With the HandiMop, you can use any chemical, but most of the time, because all floors are sealed, I just use water. If I got to throw a little ammonia for a disinfectant, that's what I do. But why am I going to put chemical after chemical on my floor? Again, I just come over and rinse it out. That's just to show you how absorbent it is. And you'll see that.
And you know, my husband, he doesn't even use a bucket. He just uses the sink. If you have a bucket, that's fine. But you can just use the sink as well, right?
100%, and that's what I use all the time. I never use a bucket, but for the camera and for TV, how this is set up, I'll do a little bit here. When we break, I'll go into the kitchen and show how I use it 5 times a day, how I use this thing. You'll see there's 5 rollers in here, and when I bring it through, it will release it all the grooves will hold and trap everything and not let it go. It clings like a magnet. I showed you the absorbency. I haven't washed the floors in a couple of days. Now here, you would normally be using a disposable or a mop or a broom or something like that, chasing dust bunnies and everything. Look, just that little tiny bit. Look at all the dog hair and everything else. And it holds onto it. It doesn't drop it. It doesn't let it go. In real life, I go to my sink, or you would have to change a disposable. There goes another 30 cents. I come over to my bucket. Once it hits the water, I lay it flat. Everything releases in. I bring the roller wringer through, and it leaves it perfectly clean for the next job. So now if I'm done, it only takes up 3 inches of space. I can put it anywhere. And whenever I need it for a dog or anything like that, a commercial comes on, I can run over, grab the mop. I was petting the dog, let's say. I'm scrubbing the dog with all the fur and everything. Now, hey, here's another great thing. Because it uses liquid, the earlier segment talking about allergies and everything. Yes. This will trap it. Look at that. Oh, I mean, come on. What other mop in the world can do anything like that?
Well, what I love about it is normally when you mop, you guys, you have to say, oh, don't step on that. Tell the kiddos, I need you to go do something for an hour because you're waiting for the floor to dry. As you're watching Keith here, This is such a unique, and maybe you can explain the mop head, but this is so neat that it actually gets it wet and then it dries it for you, but somehow this never smells like mildew and you never have to put your hands on this and wring out anything. And that's my favorite feature about it.
Right, already so far I have not touched the mop head one time. My hands are perfectly clean. When it dries, when you don't use it for a day or two, or sometimes down here with the humidity for 12 hours, it will dry hard as a rock.
Right.
It doesn't gather mold or mildew, no moisture stays in it. You're not throwing this mop head away because of the odor of it. Now, if this is your mop head and it dries up on here, mine I use it over there, all you need to do when it gets hard, it will change in all crazy shapes. Put it in hot water for about 30 seconds, and it will reactivate it, and it's good to go right out of the get. All right, so now I'm going to have the camera come over here and follow me to the kitchen. Now, this is a real-life application. Now, the floor's filthy again. Okay, here's my sink. I'm going to bring it through.
Yep.
Now, I'm sweeping it, washing it, and drying it all at the same time. Now, granted, it's full of crud, so look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And now, with all the nasty stuff, I come over to the sink. Yo, it's dirty.
Just a little dirty. I've seen worse. I've probably seen worse in my own house. But this is so convenient.
Come over to the sink and watch how it rinses everything right into the sink and lets it go. The strainer will trap it. So all I got to do when I'm done is empty a strainer like I normally do. When I wring it out, I clean it out, and look at that. The mop head's perfectly clean for the next application. Now, say I was done, my mop that I use every day, I just throw it right here. So it's always ready to go. It's in between everything. Now, the rest of the floor is dirty, like we all know. We've just seen evidence of that. Come through, get the rest of the floor, pick it up all nice. My whole kitchen floor. Look at dog hair, debris. Again, it sweeps, it washes, it dries, it leaves it dry. It takes nothing but a couple minutes. All that dog hair is going to trap down. Now, we've been talking about dogs and dogs and dogs.
Right.
What about people with cats with the cat box? All that litter. And you're not supposed to breathe in that dust and everything. What about if you had a mop where you never had to sweep up the cat litter and you could trap all that cat dust down and pick it up with your HandiMop, go to the sink, rinse it out, and dump it with a colander. All right, now here's, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying it's so convenient. It's just a small, slim profile. You can store this easily. That's why we like it, so that you use it every single day if you have to. But most importantly, it is a sweeper and it's a mop, but it dries the floor after you clean it. I love that about this.
All right, look at this mess. Now, if this happened, especially kids, anything, spill a whole bunch of milk, soy sauce to the extreme, but look at that floor. Nothing but water. Water in the mop. I have not touched the thing. Now I come over to the sink. I hear it click.
Right.
So it goes flat. It goes flat. Then I reach over the sink. Now it's going to rinse everything off. What I want to show you on this one.
Right.
You can't see how the sponge is activated. Watch it release everything I just picked up. The soy sauce. Look at the color of that water.
Oh yeah, the floor was dirty. You just got it clean, and you didn't have to use your hands to wring out that mop. That is the most important feature, you guys. I invite you to order. I have this. I'm honest, my husband uses it all the time because he's the neat freak in our house and he loves to do the floors. I'm the person who loves to do the toilets. I don't know why, but I just love a really clean, pristine toilet. I do the toilet and the sink, he does the floors, and this works beautifully for anyone who wants spotless hardwood. This works on hardwood, marble, granite, tile. You can use it every day. Now, you get 2 mop heads and you get 1 mop handle with the Wringer, but the fact that you get 2 mop heads, I think it's an excellent value. This weighs less than 2 pounds. It's 1.9 pounds, and it's $6 and some change to get home. Try it, because it's like your mop, it's like your broom, and it dries it for you. So you don't have to tell the kids, no, don't step on the floor. And I think that's what I really love about it. So go to hsn.com and try it. You have until January 31st. We have our holiday extended returns. If you don't absolutely love it, you can return it. But Keith, I thank you for the presentation, because after I worked with you live in the studio in person, I thought it was so easy. I hate to touch dirty things, and that's why we got it. So good job.
Hey, thanks a lot. You have a great day. Look, it goes under everything, on low profile. You can bring it a little bit through. We call it a magic finger. do the dust boards, baseboards, look at how it collected and trapped all that.
That's awesome.
Now again, now it moves 180 degrees. It does not move 360. Again, low profile. It will replace 3 devices and save you 3 amounts at a time.
Absolutely.
Look at that. Just go.
It's great. So you don't have to spend $20 on a broom and $20 on a mop. You get 2 in 1. Thank you so much, Keith. I really appreciate it. Get this home and try it, you guys. Trying to give you a lot of options to clean efficiently. Next, we're going to go to